I think that when referring to UN that didn't help, President Trump also referred to the escalator, broken escalator and the broken teleprompter. You know, UN, we say UN doesn't help, UN doesn't fulfill, UN doesn't implement. UN is a reflection of the geopolitical situation that is in the world. And it is, you know, to blame UN for it, and what kind of UN we mean? Secretariat? For me, UN is a sum of its member states, first and foremost. Of course, Secretariat plays sometimes an important and often too independent role in the United Nations. But UN are member states, and if member states cannot agree on anything, it is unfair to blame UN for it. Margaret Thatcher said once that if you want to blame UN, go and look into the mirror, because it's about you. You have to blame yourself, first of all, and those you cannot make deals with. Coming back to the previous question, which is related, I think President Trump is the first of the world leaders who said a thing that we've been saying time and again about the root causes of the conflict. He referred to the NATO expansion, which he said should have never happened. He was saying it is not my war, it's Biden's war. What Europeans are trying to do now, they are trying to make him participate in the Biden's war, and we see it clearly and vividly. President Trump wanted a quick fix in Ukraine, the ceasefire. We've seen ceasefires before. We've seen ceasefires under Minsk agreements. We saw how they were violated the first day they were concluded, which finally led to what is happening today. But again, Trump was the first world leader who said that NATO expansion was one of the reasons why the whole thing started. Yes, he does not, perhaps did not understand very well the root causes besides NATO expansion, because there are issues that were not clear to him. For example, Minister Lavrov was telling me, who was present in Anchorage during the conversation, when President Putin said to President Trump that the Ukrainian Orthodox Church, the canonical one, not the one that they tried to install instead of it, but the canonical one, was banned in Ukraine, President Trump couldn't believe it. He was asking like 5 times, is it true? Is it true? And that is true. That the Russian language that is a spoken language, not just for the half of Ukraine. Guess what language, say, Zelensky speaks with his closed ones at home and in the office when nobody hears him. You think Ukrainian? You're wrong. There are things that skip the minds of those who look at that conflict very superficially. And I think that Putin, who has a gift for convincing people and getting his point across, said to President Trump a few things that he might have not realized. So coming back to UN, to blame UN is to blame ourselves for the miserable state of geopolitical affairs that we witness today. We see, yes, of course, nobody likes to lose its dominance that lasted 500 plus years. I mean, the West, nobody of them like the new rising polars of the world, and the world is really becoming multipolar. Nobody denies that, even those who don't like it. And the role of the global South, that it requires and demands to play in the international arena. So we are witnessing tectonic changes in the world. The question is that these tectonic changes should be political and hopefully not military, so to say, because too much conversations about the Third World War. And you see what is happening in Europe today. They are seriously preparing for the war in Russia. drone wall, the rearmament, people who pretend to be serious seriously speak that Russia is preparing to attack Europe. I mean, this warmongering. You know, that's like in the old Russian play, that when the rifle is hanging on the wall, one day it will fire, even without being pressed. These talks are not leading us to anywhere where we can resolve these things. And besides, Europe, I'm sorry to say it, I love Europe. I traveled around Europe. Europe is of course culturally very close to Russia, but look at the state of the European politics today. I mean, they are miserable, simply miserable. Where are these people? Where are the giants of politics? Like, I mean, you may have agreed with them, you may have disagreed with them, but people the caliber of Churchill, de Gaulle, Giscard d'Estaing, Kohl, they don't exist anymore. These are all dwarfs. Who, besides everything, they stupidly refuse to engage with Russia, thinking that they can solve it themselves, but they're not solving them themselves. They're still looking across the ocean. Whatever comes out of they will follow. And indeed, after Anchorage, after there were some signs on the horizon that the conflict may take a positive turn, they rushed to the White House to convince Trump that it shouldn't be done, and that he should continue to make Trump engage in what he calls Biden.